G'day mate, 40 here on the way to Parramatta listening to the New York Times.
Profit that represents parents in family court. The report, prepared by a consulting firm that helped governments design more racially equitable systems, was based in part on conversations with A.C.S. workers.
Okay, more racially equitable systems, as though from the outset the idea that different groups might have different life results, different criminal tendencies, different earning tendencies, different education tendencies, different abuse tendencies, and different attitudes towards children, different commitments to raising children, right? The idea that different groups might have different gifts, right? That's just dismissed from the outset. That's why we need these racial equality reports.
Chose to participate rather than on a quantitative survey. The report, said Joyce McMillan, Executive Director of JMAC for Families, which advocates for families with ACS cases, reveals an agency targeting certain demographics using tactics based on surveillance and not the actual protecting of a child.
Okay, so it's the agency's fault. They're just going after certain demographics. It's not that certain demographics commit disproportionate rates of crime and child abuse, have different values with regard to raising children, right? In Australian Aboriginal communities, all right, child abuse rates frequently range from 50% to 100%. So just as Roman Catholic churches seem to have a disproportionate rate among the Christian denominations of child abuse, so too the other groups have disproportionate rates. So somewhere around here we're going to go from Sydney Harbour to the Parramatta River. Listening to the New York Times.
She said, the report also tells us that their own workers are not comfortable doing this stuff and that they feel choked into submission. The survey comes to light amid a flurry of reports criticizing New York's child welfare systems. The State Bar Association recently declared the state's system plagued by racism. Human Rights Watch and the American Civil Liberties Union released a report in late November concluding that in New York and several other states, black children are needlessly separated from their families. Now the New York Advisory Committee.
Yeah, I bet they are needlessly separated because those families aren't particularly good families. They're often horrific families, abusive families. So what about holding people responsible for their own choices? What about holding groups responsible for their own outcomes? Or are they just helpless, helpless victims of white supremacy? Is that what we're going to do? We're going to blame all behavior that's troubling by non-whites. We're just going to blame that on white people.